This is definitely a viable strat for the Los Angeles Gladiators.
It is. Reaper isn't... I mean, Reaper, when you have these big targets, you just crank out damage. And now with his leech as well, he can survive a lot of punishment. But we'll see, is he going to stick to it, or is there going to be a last-minute change here? It's on the Gladiators.
Let's go.
On offense, the Gladiators. San Francisco Shock on defense. And it looking like, okay, we'll have hydration over on the Brigida, and they're going to be jogging their way over to the point now.
I just wanted to get a little bit of scouting info, but it is going to be Shoreforce staying on that Reaper. So it's going to be really interesting to watch. A lot of teams have taken to the strategy of rotating out to the outside of space and then coming in. Now the problem is that defensively, they know exactly where you're going to come in from.
So quiet,
eerie. Yeah.
So peaceful. Just take a moment, enjoy the view.
I
wonder how Big Goose is not dying from exposure out there without some form of mask on.
Asking the real questions.
I've always asked the real questions. How are they not freezing to death? You know, have blood boiling, all those sorts of things, right? Isn't that what's supposed to happen? All right, let's get into it, because Surefour right now, he's on a rampage, chasing him off the high ground. Not allowed, and Big Goose taking out Moth. Lucio on Lucio battle.
Able to push them out, separate them again. Super dies late here as he gets isolated one more time, and the Gladiators will walk on to point A of Horizon Lunar Colony and take it with relative ease.
Yep, solid work from them. Surefour working his way up to the Blossom. And well, they are already moving forward now. Hydroponics lab, got to get those greens, make sure you're keeping that veg up.
Got to use science to stay alive. I learned that from Matt Damon.
Yeah, buddy. There we go, when you're stranded out on Mars. Surefour now. A little bit of a duel. He's just going to be looking to flank in. If he can remove Sinatra, that would be huge. Sinatra barely surviving, and Surefour having to back off, but that was a close run thing. We'll lose Super in the meantime. All the resources that go into keeping Sinatra alive, none left for Super. Sinatra's dead too. The grab gets nothing. Forces a trance out of Sleepy, but that's not going to help. He's going to die now, and this is great. Los Angeles Gladiators picking up 1 point already. Could get a second. They will get 2 ticks. Super running headlong into Roar. That didn't end well for him. The focus fire too good right now for the Gladiators. And San Francisco Shock, desperate, just trying to get onto this point to stall it out.
They had to use barrier just to get out here. Now you've got hero switches, Tracer blinking around the point. However, on Assault Mask, if you get 1 or 2 kills, there's still a chance for you on defense.
Oh, the bomb goes boom, doesn't find a kill. Good angle there. And Surefour now just still totally happy to keep pumping damage into him. Looking for those big beefy targets exactly to just shred him instantly. Leave the Baby Diva. Nope, kill the Baby Diva. Kill them off too. Hey, just throw the Blossom in there too. Why don't you? Trying to stop the stall, and they will succeed. Los Angeles Gladiators. Lightning quick take on Lunar. Excellent work on their part. They will pick up both points.
Really interesting style of Reaper, focusing the tank target, making them put resources into it. We'll see if the Gladiators can continue their win after the break.
Welcome back from the break, everybody. We're going to get into the Gladiators party where Big Goose is currently ruining it because he died, Hex. He died. He ruined their perfect scoreline of 0 deaths.
Why
do you have to go and do that?
I mean, Big Goose stepped her game up, but it was 14 kills to 1 for the San Francisco Shock. Just a masterclass. It was really cool Reaper play. I love the target selection there to pick out tanks and focus them down. You think of like, oh, let's get to the back line. No, the back line gets exposed, so he's putting pressure on Sinatra. Then Sinatra falls back. He's like, oh, now I have a free super. Takes down super, but he was constantly pressuring the Zarya first, waiting for her to react, and then taking pretty much any other tank that was around there.
Let's see, we've got a change here. Architect, at least. Going to be on the Sombra, and it's out of there.
Scouting information, making sure they're not running anything goofy like a Bastion or something like
back
that.
To spawn. Now we get the Brigida. Back to the 3-3. So these teams sticking to the strategy. Roar going for a little bit of a poke. Doesn't have to worry about overextending. And now back into the piece. Take a deep breath. Pause for a moment. And enjoy this wonderful studio in which you find yourself. Okay, back into the... So, Gladiators now just giving ground.
That very patient play, gonna have to back up here. I think Sleepy's on the Moira because they were planning on fighting in a hallway, but now just kind of backing up, giving up some free progress on the point. Now it's time to fight. They pick a target on the high ground.
There it is, Big Goose in the two big first britches.
Literally the only person who's died on the Gladiators entire map.
Twice now. Well, Void's about to join him. There we go. Void, he'll go ahead and be a party pooper too here for the Gladiators. And they are getting picked off one after the other. San Francisco Shock now. They played patient, found their angle, took advantage of it, and now they're going to go ahead and pick up the first point. So, plenty of time in the bank for them. 6.5 minutes. Now we get to see are they going to be as efficient as the Gladiators were. Surefour is on the Zarya with the grab up and running.
It's a pretty efficient first take for sure, so we'll see how the ultimate usage comes into play here. Surefour's been absolutely crushing it. He's got grab ready to go.
And there it is, point blank. You're gonna run at me! You're gonna run at me! Hammer to the face, and they still survive. Big Goose gonna find the kill on Super, and that's gonna be the end of this fight. San Francisco Shock get repelled, and the Gladiators will hold. Oh, even the hunt from Big Goose.
They're so good at flipping the switch to the Gladiators. Whenever they see a mistake, they just go from passive to aggressive, not to be confused with what I am, passive-aggressive. And then they are able to hunt down kills as well late in the end. Big Goose is just calling a perfect game.
He's one of them, you know. Our geese, like Kodiak bears, you know, they got a taste for human blood and that's it. They can't eat anything else. The Goose, he's on it.
Got the thirst now.
And the grab thrown in. Shield is up for Roar, but not for long. Sinatra gets a flank on him, and he is dead. No main tank now for the Gladiators to hide behind. The rest of them just playing careful, touching the point, making himself a difficult target there. Void Sound Barrier gets thrown in, and the fight's going to go in. Once again, Gladiators looking to take it to him.
Really patient play there. They gave up some progress, knowing that jumping on the point is just a bad deal overall. He ends up losing heroes. Nevic's down. San Francisco going to have to reset. They don't want to fight 5v6 into a spawn advantage on defense. So yet again, the Gladiators pushed them back and didn't even have to use a whole lot. The beat came out, but not anything else really.
No, that's as far as economy is concerned, they're sitting pretty. San Francisco Shock, as this progresses, they still have so much time that obviously they have time to farm up ults. Just need to work. First point, first tick rather. And now the second one getting worked on here by the Shock. And so it's just a staring contest until somebody exactly decides to go ahead and throw a grab in there, shake things up. The trance used by Sleepy. Roar getting taken for a ride right into the wall. He's out of it. Perhaps an opening to build off of here without the shield to hide behind. This grab could bring some serious hurt. Sinatra fully charged, just wrecking them now. And the Gladiators getting picked off one after another.
They've finally been able to string some kills together. Now trying to reinforce the Gladiators. They are going to have a Shatter coming out here when he gets to the point before he dies before he can pull the hammer down.
Oh, that's big. We still have him though. As far as the contest is concerned, San Francisco Shock are on here. Hydration zipping around. Big Goose now going to touch the point. He gets immediately eliminated by Sinatra though. Sinatra just too fully charged, and that's going to be it. Tied situation. 2 points for the Shock. 2 points for the Gladiators.
A little bit more time in the bank for the Los Angeles Gladiators, but let's run back on Lunar Colony again. almost said lunatic high.
Lunatic high.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's no
Okay.
question. So we'll see if they want to run the exact same strategy, and if they do, I want to see San Francisco adjust to a Reaper play. Either stay closer together, watch your flanks, play a little more passively. I don't know, throw Architect on McCree, get a flashbang and a headshot, something like that. But they got picked apart by Short Force Reaper.
They did. I'm curious to see if he goes for it again, or if he just goes for like the Symmetra, teleport straight onto the point, dodge the defense. Let's go.
You must have been playing with Matt lately. That's always Matt's strat. Just like, oh, dude, just teleport onto the point. What's the big deal?
Oh my God, Matt, when did you get here? I can't tell the difference. Hex, what have you done?
My Matt impression's dumb lit, fam.
I hope Matt's watching right now. So we love you, bro. All right, there we go. Gladiators on the defense now. San Francisco Shock on the offense. Architect, probably going to be similar strategy here from him, scouting info at the beginning and then swapping over.
Seems to be the somber usage on this map. So, defense, standard stuff from the Los Angeles Gladiators. Offense, again, they're running that variation where they put Sleepy on the Moira, on first point at least, because you often end up fighting up a staircase out in a hallway in a very grouped up area, and Moira's healing just a little bit better output for the team than Zenyatta in this situation.
The AoE heals. Big beef. Big beef. That's what they're running. Both teams. And they're going out into the void yet again. Out into the cold. Where once again, we return to the Zen meditation of space. Return to reality now, Hex. Get back into it.
Trying to take away Haggard. Sleepy ended up getting very, very low, but able to wiggle his way out of it. 2 quick kills, though. Both supports down for the Gladiators. Out to space. Get off my moon. Oh! The juke!
And boy doesn't care.
If anyone feels at home in space, it's got to be Void, right?
And Diva. Sick plays, sick plays.
I mean, they were going for a reset, but style points are still worth something.
I dig it.
I'm going to spend all my style points and scrim bucks at the same place.
Wondering right now if Monty's point that he made during the halftime is what's happening here. Getting a little ahead of themselves, perhaps. Super getting dropped off.
The crowd goes mild as we head out into space here. There we go.
They're back into it now. High speed action, Super taking point, backed by his team. Architect fell off the side, and Moth is going to go down there to join him. They're going to make their way onto the point now. 2 minutes on the clock here for San Francisco Shock. Sinatra has got his grab online. Surefour doing a great job of getting the energy, hides the grab, plunks it right around the corner. Super going to get canceled, going to get stunned, and they're going to get wrecked. San Francisco Shock, get out.
All props to Void right there, able to completely deny the Graviton Surge, using Defense Matrix, ate it. We got that in the kill feed as well. Surefour on the cleanup, and that's a rough one, because San Francisco Shock committed some ultimates to that one.
I can't watch. I can't watch, this is too terrible. Fine, Void, getting the stats. I get it. Gotta get those kills, gotta get those stats, those juicy, juicy stats.
Why not?
4 final blows for Void. Well, 3.5.
It takes so long to set up on Horizon Lunar Colony here because of the spacewalk, because of the angle they're trying to take, that it might be San Francisco's last fight.
It might actually be costing them the slow approach the whole way, although as we say it, there we go, they realize that perhaps they're going to go right into the fight. Nice attempt with the angle, just barely off, and we will have Shaz with the trance here, keeping his teammate healthy. Teammates. San Francisco Shock willing to back off and wait it out. But now's the time to push. Minute left on the clock. If they're going to make it happen, it's got to be now. Gladiators are feeling pretty good about this situation. They've done an excellent job so far of stalling it out. 1 tick, perhaps? Nope, contested at the last moment. Gladiators still here, though. Ult's online. Surefour with the grab. Could be looking for the opening, waiting to see. Sinatra's fully charged up. Sound barrier's thrown in. Grabs are in as well, and now we're looking for kills. Void gonna chuck the self-destruct in, and he's gonna get the kill on Super. Not looking good here for the Shock, although they are trading tank and support back and forth. Void, though, come on, needs to get that kill on Sleepy.
Clutch Coalescence at the last second. Moira ults as the Everett's getting chased down. They're getting pushed away. The Coalescence is gonna last forever. Shaz completes the kill. and pushed all the way back. There's not time to reset. You got to go forward. Press W.
Press W. Don't hesitate. Run out there now. Do they have anybody who can make it a time? Mora may be able to touch. Looks like Nevix is going to dart on. Less than a second, and he gets in there, but he's going to get obliterated immediately. Self-destruct goes off. No kills, but he will get a fresh mech. Decent enough stall. Boy, just going to close the door on him. Not allowed. Self-destruct used, but now it's just going to be trading back and forth here. Who's going to mess up?
Ooh, nice shatter there. Knocks down a couple. Can they finish these targets, though? Great support play to keep everyone on the ground alive and well. Shaz opens it up with a pick.
Now Shaz to kick things off, and that's going to stagger things here. Super going to get cut off from the rest of his team. That has been the theme of these fights. San Francisco Shock, dying like flies now, and it's going to be the Gladiators taking this solid hold, a hard hold on the first point. Something we don't get to say too often these days on Assault maps.
Yeah, a lot of Assault maps lately have been like the NBA. No one's playing defense, but right there, a really nice shutdown.
Uncommon, to say the least, but right now they're just outperforming. Surefour right now looking excellent on his Zarya. 11 final blows on his side. A monstrous amount of damage dealt. And the rest of his team, I mean, it really does feel like Void. I mean, obviously Void was doing some work, but with the cleanup kills. Always count on Shaz, though.
They mentioned it's so versatile. I think the path to pro, if you want to be a Zenyatta or a support player, just move to Finland for a year. Saw Masa from Finland, Shaz and Big Goose, Rippa from Finland on the bench. They said it's just too cold to do anything but play games.
That's pretty much it. That and it's dark,
so
20 hours out of the day.
If you want to be a support in the Overwatch League, go to Finland. It's about like if you want to be a Jedi, you got to train in a swamp at Dagobah.
There you go. Isn't that like New Orleans? No. Where's that?
It's nicer. No, I'm sorry. I love you people in New Orleans. Jazz Fest is great.
Those guys are tripping out over there. All right, Architect. Whoa. Here we go. A change. Hex. Interesting.
You know what? You got to try something. So far, the last couple maps, San Francisco's looked outclassed, so time to make some changes and hope this works. And this is not a new strategy by any means.
No.
Junkrat on the high ground with the Narissa really helps. Throwing the Bastion in there, why not? We've already seen it played well in the Overwatch League. Hydration and Short-4. Getting a little bit of scouting information. Hydration, we'll see what he wants to switch to. Short-4, very likely just going to stay on the Reaper, which works really well against what they have. Never mind. Let's just go right back to 3-3.
Oh, wait. Whoa, 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 whoa. There we go. There we go. The Hanzo, he's here. As well as a Pharah on Hydration. And we've seen Hydration do crazy things on Pharah in the past. So glad to see them changing it up a little bit. I guess they're feeling comfortable. You have not quite 5 minutes in the bank. Plenty of time to work with here. And, well, Roar is not going to be pleased.
Oh. There's a lot of healing going to have to be pumped into him.
Can you hear that? It's Winston shouting, "Nerf Bastion."
Well, Bastion actually got some changes made to his hero kit in December, so if you haven't played him since, negative 30% spread reduction just means that tighter cone of fire, much more effective at long ranges than he was.
And, well, there you go. As Roar discovers, Void getting melted as well. Can't show yourself. Short-4 on the flank, though. Nearly catches him off guard. Not quite going to pan out for him.
Damage boosted Bastion just does so much damage. It is ridiculous. They're going to back up, reposition here while the Gladiators still continue to figure out what they want to do to crack this open. Short-4 is going to have a Dragon Strike up, which is great to at least force the Bastion out of position and then try to dive it and punish it.
Oh, and here we go. Tank mode, and already Short-4 obliterated. Sinatra, that would be sick if he could hit that shot. But it's probably not going to happen, and he will survive for now. A bit risky to be going for tank mode. Just because then you're losing, I mean, you're losing the damage output and the positioning, but so far, Gladiators are still trying to find a way in.
They resurrected Short-4, but Roar died immediately after, so they're going to have to wait for him to get back into this one. You might see some sort of barrage try to come up. It can be really risky against a Bastion. He's in great position. He's getting damage boosted, so see what Hydration tries to get done with this.
He's just melting shields for now. Missing that point. Yep, it does look like it. Barrage combo straight on. There we go. Gets the job done. Nothing there to stop him. Does tremendous damage as well.
Resurrected though, brought back up. He missed his second rocket there, would have punished that Mercy.
Question of whether they can just dodge all of this as well. Just set up shop on the point. Architect though looking to take advantage of this. There's the squishy. Big Goose is done. Big kill there to stagger things out here. San Francisco Shock looking good. The bongos are down. They've worn off. Sinatra going into tank mode. Oh, man, beautiful. Finds one kill, but gets picked by Shaz.
Picks the Pharah out of the sky. Desperation comes in, popping ults all over the place. This one is very back and forth. The Gladiators are committing hydration onto the Hammond just to get back to the point a little bit quicker. With the Resurrection, though, it's a stable defense right now.
But they've managed to pick up one tick, and all the chaos, they've managed to pick up one tick on the point. They have 2 minutes to pick up what? Not going to do it. Another 8%. There we go. Breaking my own rules here, Hex. Breaking my own rules. And it's going to prompt a change. It looks like. Surefour going to be swapping over to the Zarya. Hydration on the Brigitte.
Yeah, they're just going big into it now. Shaz moves over to the Moira, get all that AoE. Like, I think they realize they just have to clump up on the point, especially once this tire's out.
Oh my god. What was that?
Back to spawn, boys. Whether you want to or not, it's time to reset there, and hydration gets taken out late.
Oh, that was sick. Insta-tire, insta-gib.
Well, who's going to kill it for the Gladiators here? They don't really have like the burst damage to be able to kill a tire. Especially Surefour just moved on to the Zarya. He's got no energy, so really nice play with the tire. But now they know that's out of the mix, so might even be more inclined to clump up now.
It's time to get in here, guys. You're running out of it. 1:15 left on the clock here for the Gladiators. And it is going to be the assault on the high ground. Roar playing it safe. Doesn't want to overextend. Hydration, though, shows no fear. Deletes Sinatra immediately. There's a big kill to kick things off.
That's why they call Brigitte the Tracer Eraser. Hits that combo on her, and she's gone out of the map. If it lasts a little bit longer, she'll be able to get back in. Trying to isolate the main tank yet again.
Well, Trance is used. Valk as well. Going to be very difficult to find a follow-up kill here on San Francisco Shock. Focus on the Bongos. Bongos are dead. And now it is just out and out chaos on the point, trying to find a target to focus here, the Gladiators, and eventually they will. Super and Sinatra are out of it. Sleepy dead as well. The backline getting picked off one after another here. And the Shock is looking grim. 30 seconds left here for the Gladiators to get it done, and they are right on the edge. Super doing the best he can to hang in there. But this should be it. The Gladiators will succeed and take the lead in this series 2-1. Shaz and Big Goose looking very satisfied. Very happy with this result. And a frustrating loss there for San Francisco Shock. But we're going to be taking a break, and when we come back, we'll see if the Los Angeles Gladiators can get it done in 4.